Nobody brings you better coverage of the teams you're passionate about than these guys.
Try some more.
This is DJ and PK on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
DJ and PK, it is time for the question of the day. Yahoo Sports is reporting Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark met with Texas Tech executives in Lubbock, and a tough reconciliation process remains ongoing. Why does the conference need to reconcile anything? It is a mystery to our listeners, PK. Ryan, seriously, where's Tech going to go? If anyone else wanted them, they'd already be gone. And besides, if they reconciled and the SEC or Big Ten came, they could love each other. It wouldn't matter. They'd still be gone. Matthew, it's because our society has become soft and offended by every little thing instead of just moving on and forgiving. Watch when PK gets reinstated by BYU. Someone will be offended. Haters got to hate. And then Mark says, well, as long as DJ gets reinstated at the same time, and laughing, crying emojis.
They're talking about Parker Kingston, I understand. And there has been some discussion. We'll have to see how that plays out. Maybe along the lines of a Retzlaff situation, decide what you're going to do there and so forth. Yeah, that'll take discussion at that point if and when it arrives. I don't understand that it should be tough. Yeah, and like in my line of thinking, hey, Texas Tech, you don't like it. Well, I'm going to give you a two-word phrase, and the first word is tough.
Tough. Richard Dawson, the match.
Yeah. So tough.
I think I've got that word.
Tough is involved in my two-word response to them.
Okay, but you're also the one in other moments who says sometimes you got to let people save face. Like you've already won, you don't humiliate them. Oh, you've won. So now Yormark, who must be a tough guy anyway. He's a wrestler, and he's at 135 pounds.
He's from
and he weighs
Jersey.
himself every day. He's from Jersey.
Grew up
right?
about 10
it's a tough reconciliation process.
But no, it's not.
I'll fly down there. I'll have lunch with you. I'll make you feel better about yourself. But we won in court. If you push the envelope, we'll win in court again.
I mean, that's fine.
It's just the way it is.
But don't cave in. Don't acquiesce. We want you. We understand all the things that you did. You thought you were helping the young man. And you can help the young man all you want. Everybody agrees with that. Let's help this young man and everybody else who's in that situation. He still is a kid, essentially. And certainly when he was doing the gambling, he was a juvenile or certainly underage. So let's help and let's use this as an example to make it better and more education for young people because they face an amount of temptations that are so wild. I can tell you when I was underage, I would, my senior year, I would go, the racetrack, not coincidentally, was about 2 miles from my house or from my school. So I would begin at 12:30 and we didn't have baseball till like 3:30. Well, I'd go over to the track. And I was underage, but I had people, because I knew them, give them money, they go bet. You know, it seemed harmless at the time. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I could have spiraled into stuff.
Maybe you were just fortunate you didn't spiral into something that dragged you down.
Right. Because I did it. I did it often. Mm-hmm. And then I would go with my parents on the weekends.
And you're not an unusual story, having family in Nevada and visiting them, and you'd hear the stories about, especially as I got older, you'd hear the stories about, don't be tempted to go down to the casino because if you win, they won't pay you. And those stories were just in the news periodically. Somebody, the college buddies would drive to Vegas Arena or whatever, and then they'd win, and then some casino would find out they're 19 or 20, and they wouldn't pay them.
Yeah, but then you just get somebody else. In fact, if you
were already anticipating that, so you're working around it.
If you want to beat the tax laws, you get somebody who's retired, and they claim it.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, which I did.
Right. But that's Jersey, and you're savvy. And meanwhile, over here in Nevada, you got a bunch of California kids from whatever school, Sac State or whatever, driving to Reno or Long Beach State,
you don't have
driving
to drive
to Vegas.
anywhere.
No, you don't anymore.
So that's what I'm saying. The temptation is
right there.
Greater than it's ever been, and we need an education process. So everyone is for that. Help the young man and have it be a situation that
he
is
can't
across
help you
the
win
board.
football games.
Yeah, and but I don't think the Big
touchdown
12
passes.
doesn't need to take a conciliatory approach. It's like, hey, we want you guys. We're not we're not sanctioning you. This just couldn't been done. It would have been, and actually, it is in Texas Tech's best interest that Sorsby does not play. They just didn't know it. The desire to win, and I think it puts Cody Campbell in a bad light and all those people that they were just win at all costs. Now, you can spin it any which way you want, and that's great. Spin it as hard and as much as you want, but the rest of us are going to take it. You were going to let him play. You wanted him to play because it's win at all costs. And the 26th season is upon us, and you don't want to wait till 27. The time is now. You don't play BYU. You don't play Utah. Those are teams that are recognized as being threats to you, and you didn't even play them. And so you have a real nice schedule that should allow you to go through minimally one loss. I think you maybe pencil in a team for one loss just because things happen. But outside of that, no. And so you have that bad taste, and you want to prove you're big time. I mean, and who was it? Campbell was doing the media interview. Well, if this was LSU, and people are just jealous of us because, we're on the block now. Well, yeah, because you're going to spend whatever it takes. I mean, as soon as they lost in Miami, I think it was, he said, we're going to double down. What does that mean? That just means you're going to put them more. The only way you take that is not, we're going to lift harder, we're going to run more. No, we're going to spend more.
Money. It was NIL money. When he said double down,
yeah.
You're like, yes, the budget's going up another $20 million.
And I can't speak to whether he was there the last 2 days because I don't know, because there's hundreds of people out on the field, and I have to do a couple hours of radio before I'm bumped off, and I don't know if he was there, but I know he was there last year, and he was walking around making himself available. And so I get that, and he didn't show up this year. I don't know. I'm not sure if he did or didn't. But that's the issue at hand, is that we perceive, no matter what you say, we perceive you want to win at all costs. And so Yormark, he wants to play tough guy to an extent. But as I said with Mark Harlan and everybody and every AD, when you speak on the record, you have to be careful. And two, now, when you speak off the record, unless you implicitly trust that person, then you're okay. But even if it's in a group setting, you still have to be on guard because there's so many people. It was
the brush fire gets lit and it's out of control.
The radio row was, what's the width? 45 yards of a field?
53, I think.
Okay, but it even goes longer.
Oh, because it goes onto the sidelines?
Basically,
so
yes.
Then it's
and
probably...
it was 2 rows deep, and I thought, there's not that many. And it was, go Jayhawks.com, and they get a spot. They get as much of a spot as KSL Sports, which, I have 42 years in the business.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter to everybody. Matters to some people, right? But it doesn't matter to everybody.
Truth be told, I got my first newspaper job in 1984, and there's no sense pretending that I'm a spring chicken, because I'm not. I still have all the passion, all the enthusiasm, and thank goodness my health to continue, and I will continue, but you can trust me. If there's any coach, player, whomever who says this is off the record, I guarantee 100% it will be off the record. But they don't know that with all these newcomers who've come aboard.
They don't necessarily have the training. They don't know the difference. As recently as yesterday, there was a little bit of confusion about what's off the record and what is not for attribution, what is on background. Those are different things, and I heard those terms used interchangeably. I was like, no. That's not what that means.
Well, that's a lot of no's.
No. No. Sounds like me lining up a punt. No.
So you got to be careful what you say, but Yormark doesn't really owe anybody an apology. No. And they actually did what needed to be done in Texas Tech's best interest. That's what's crazy about
Texas
it.
Tech
They helped Texas Tech.
I thought that might be part of this. When I saw the ongoing, how was it phrased? It didn't even register. It's like that's just something he says. A Jersey wrestler, tough guy.
What are you looking for?
The quote. I was looking in the wrong place. Tough reconciliation process remains ongoing. It sounds like you're pushing a blocking sled across West Texas. No, you're not. You go down there. You say, hey, I'll have lunch with you because we got to work together in the future. And as you like to say, you got to let people save face. Hey, I know it sucked, but we're painted in a corner here. The whole country is waiting for this. It's too bad that other judge didn't save you from yourself. Mm-hmm. And you just got out over your skis a little bit, which I believe, when he goes down there and has lunch, who's he talking to? Because I think McGuire had one attitude. The AD was more McGuire. And then there's Cody. And the other two guys are thinking, well, we don't want to get too far away from Cody here because he's the boss and he can fire us. But we can see where this is going, we think. We were already crossed up by the judge once, so they're trying to be supportive of the school and the kid. But if you go back and read their comments, they were aware of, this is alienating us from everybody else in the industry. This may not hold up. We better have a plan B and another path forward if a ruling goes against us down the line. I think they thought all those things. And they still stepped in a little bit. So go down there, have a lunch, address your feelings over the course of an hour, and then decide on what you're going to work on next. Because the league isn't going to waffle on this. If something happens, I totally agree. If something happens with another player at another school, everybody's on notice now about how this is going to go. And the league shouldn't flinch. The Big 12 will have to call that lawyer they called who wrote up that great brief and say, all right, here's some more money. Go to town again. We can't let this happen. People have to believe that when the game is on the line, everybody's all in trying to win the game. You've said a million times, that's what attracts you. That's why you're a man of the people. That's what attracts all the people. That's why the people in the north end zone were losing their mind over the Utah K-State game, which at that point it was clear the Utes weren't going to the Big 12 title game. It was just the game for the sake of the game because it's fun, and it was fun. It was wild. It was crazy. It was great. Devin Napier went running on that big run towards the north end zone, and those people were out there going nuts. And if you think K-State's falling down because they got a bet on the game, that takes the fun out of it. So, no, the league's got it. They did the right thing. They stand their ground. They'll have to stand their ground if it happens again. You brought up Art Schleister because we're both old as dirt, and we both remember Art Schleister. And it didn't start with Art Schleister. Football's been doing this 20 years earlier. Paul Hornung and the Packers and Alex Karras ended up on Monday Night Football. I'd say that to the kid right now. It's like, that's not your best moment. But there's a path back if you get it. Here's a guy 60 years ago. He was a star defensive player. He had his problems. He got suspended for a year. He ended up calling Monday Night Football games, and America loved him. He was hilarious. He was a big goofball. He was fun.
But in my mind, there's no question that Texas Tech had to pay for the lunch.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. They got leftover NIL money.
That would be an insult.
Texas Tech can pay for the lunch.
Like I got my lunch paid for, my dinner paid for Monday night.
All right.
Old Yak, who was down there for his other thing, had a friend who picked us up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And takes us over by the Star. Now it's a big complex area when they get entertainment. They got a big open area, big screen. Everybody was watching that dud of a. Well, your
watching the United States
national
get
team
smoked.
really gagged. I feel bad for you. That you guys suck. Got all excited for that.
Look at you rejecting the United States of America. Holy cow.
Their soccer team?
Yeah.
Hell yes. Absolutely.
You're with them, win or win. It was a terrible
emotional attachment. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, the expression is I support you, win or draw.
Yeah.
Not lose. Well, anyway, that there's this big area there, and hooked into the Star, which is actually a 12,000-seat stadium, enclosed, is the Cowboys Club. And this dude, Hatch's buddy, had access to it.
So is it like a membership thing? Is it like going to like essentially going to a country club to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have a friend who lives down in the Manhattan Beach area, and he's got a social club membership.
Prime rib for everybody?
Oh my goodness, no, it was filet.
All right.
It was like $38.
Yeah.
And we sit down. There's this big open, not a bar, but a big lounge, and that area is packed. And they've got 25 TVs, and everybody's into the game. And as we pulled up to the outdoor, the U.S. scored, and everybody goes nuts. We saw it, and then right around the corner, the valet parking took maybe 2.5, 3, 4, 5 minutes tops.
And by then it was 2-1.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
What happened? Yeah, I mean,
all the air's out of the room.
We're
again.
literally in the car.
Goes back to not answering the bell, sticking it up.
But wow, being in that place, and the guy says, "Hey, don't worry about it, man." Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. And he tells us, "Yeah, I come here all the time, and this is where the Cowboys." Jerry Jones usually he sits right there, and he told me, he says, Jerry, when he sits down, they call, say he'll be there at 12:15, whatever. And the plan is when he sits down and orders, he has the food within 30 seconds. Well, how do they do that? He says because he chooses from 5 different options.
And those options are constantly being prepared, so if you pick one of them, boom.
For him.
Only for him.
If he's going to be there at 12:15, they prepare all 5, and then he orders one of them.
And the other 4 go to somebody.
I don't know what the other 4 does, or where it
the
goes.
chef's seat back in the kitchen.
I don't know where it goes.
We're eating well today, boys.
I don't know where it goes. But, yeah, Yak's friend is a big-time high roller, man.
That'd be awesome.
Suck. I felt important.
Jerry walks in, sits down, orders his food, like, we'll go get it. Literally.
Yeah.
They just walk back and get it.
That's what he said. And he
Yeah.
hobnobs there. So I was living high for a couple hours. I thought I was somebody special. Then, of course, I got brought down to earth the next 2 days.
But you had your moment of glory.
Yeah.
Well-fed Monday night.
Yeah.
All right, DJ and PK, it's 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Coming up, Mike Golick Jr. is going to join us in the 9 o'clock hour. Was he down there at the Big 12 Media Days?
He was.
He's doing a lot of different football stuff, podcasts, games.
Well, he does the games on TNT,
and now
right?
he's going to be doing a show with his dad. They've announced that they're doing something there.
Yeah,
So,
but he's specifically a Big
does
12,
Big 12 games as
which
part of
they
his
put on a
deal.
pregame and a postgame, and they do a very good job. And he is the one of the analysts, and so he was just standing there. I went up to him. Sure.
Hey, Mike. All right, there it is. Well, he's coming up at 9 o'clock. We'll talk college football with him. Stay with us, DJ and PK. More on a big night in Las Vegas. DeBonsa, Peterson, Jazz, Wizards, ESPN. We'll get to that coming up. Stay with us.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top.